What's up and welcome back everybody. Today I am super excited to show you the results of the interior on the FoxBody Mustang. If you've been watching a few of my videos from the past, you'll probably see that I've tore it apart to restore the console and the dashboard and a few other items, and it has turned out amazing and I can't wait to show you guys. Also, being the car has been down for like a couple of months, I haven't had an opportunity to really drive it. So I thought, what better way to take you guys along with me and go for a quick little ride, get some sound clips, and just experience the car a little bit. And in the meantime, I've been asked by a lot of people, like, what's done to the car? What's done to the motor, the drivetrain, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll give you guys a pretty good walkthrough of like what I've built on the car, from the drivetrain to the motor to the paint and everything. So let's stop wasting time and let's get to it. Alright guys, if you watched my last video, you know what the interior looked like. Well, here's what it looks like now. I went all black with it and it looks sick. It looks so good. It looks so much better than what it did. I restored the entire dashboard. I also restored the console. I did this little nice cup holder and got rid of that old school, ashtray. New shifter bezel. Upgrade the stereo to a touch screen, shampooed all the carpets, got brand new floor mats, cleaned the seats, and it looks amazing. If you guys watched my video before, I pulled this entire dashboard completely out of the car, completely pulled the interior out of it, and I have to say, it looks 100 times better than what it did. Okay, so I hope you like the interior upgrades that I've done to the car. There's still a little bit more to do, obviously, but let's go ahead and hit the road. And before that, you know it, gotta do the cold start. Oh my God. It feels like it has been forever in this thing. Oh, it sounds good. Oh, so welcome along in the FoxBody. We'll get it on a little back road around here, somewhere that's a little bit kind of private. That way we're not in the middle of a bunch of traffic and whatnot. Starting to get a little bit warmed up. Oh yeah, she sounds good. What's awesome about these cars is the fact that they're like so light and so small. When you get on it, it's very like hoppy, like a little rabbit. I mean, I'm in third gear like right now. So much fun, so much fun, and she sounds good too. So welcome along, welcome to the ride on the in the FoxBody. If you haven't been here in my videos before, this is a 1993 Mustang GT hatchback. I bought this car in 2001, and I bought it off of one of my friends. and it was a freaking basket case when I got it. No offense, Lonnie, but it was. It actually had a 4-cylinder transmission put into it, a 4-cylinder transmission. So needless to say, it didn't last very long. So also it had some serious wiring issues. I mean, it was just like the wiring was burnt all around the engine harness and down the O2s. It had some serious things going on. It was a little bit of a basket case. So one of the very first things that I did actually to this car is I put a supercharger on it. Yep, probably not the best thing to do with a high mileage motor. And I didn't have it tuned. I just threw the supercharger on it and that was it. I just, boom. It was horrible. It was a Vortec A-trim and it was super loud. I mean, it was crazy loud. Like straight cut gears, just obnoxious as all get up. So what happened was, I guess I had like a bad harmonic balancer on the motor. And one day, in the parking lot at Advanced Auto Parts, I was showing off, and I was going to do a burnout, and I blew the harmonic balancer off the front of the motor, and it snapped the crankshaft right in half, and blew the fucking pistons out the side of the motor in the parking lot, in front of everybody. It was funny, but at the same time, it was kind of like, ah! So, what I did is I built a brand new motor for it. I used a XXX block. Yes, a Mexican XXX block. I used a Ford Motorsport steel crank, Eagle H-beam rods. I have JE pistons in it with perfect circle rings. I blueprint and balanced everything. I have a billet flywheel in it. I have an ATI balancer on the front of it. As far as the heads, I'm running a Windsor Senior head on it with a 202-165 valve. The valve train is all comp springs with titanium retainers. The intake manifold is a Trick Flow R intake. And the blower is a Vortec SQ V3, which is oil. The oil is self-contained. It's very nice. It's super quiet. It's a very good blower. I'm running, I think, a 287 size diameter pulley on it. As far as the fuel injection, I have 60-pound injectors on it, and it actually has stock rails and stock lines, but I have a 255 Holley pump in the tank. It's just a regular drop-in tank that replaces the OEM version. For the drivetrain, I have a McLeod clutch in it. It's just a single-disc clutch up to like, I think like 550 or 500 horsepower. And the transmission, I built the Tremec in it. I bought a World Class in it, but I've actually built it twice. And the second time I did it, I went ahead and upgraded all of the counter shafts and the blocker rings to all of the Cobra R-Spec stuff. So it's a really stout transmission in it. I have an aluminum drive shaft. I put 373 gears in it. I completely rebuilt the DEF with a Ford Motorsport clutch pack. Bearings are all rebuilt, and that's actually going to be my next project. I'm actually probably going to be pulling that out along with doing the brakes upgrade, because I am running stock axles in the car. As you probably noticed, I have 4 lugs all the way around the car. So anyways, as far as the motor and the drivetrain, that's really what's done to it. As far as the motor and drivetrain, that's pretty much about it. For the suspension, I have coilover adjustables on the front. I have just regular stock shocks in the back, but the control arms are all Lakewood, upper and lower boxed, fully adjustable. The coil springs on the car in the back are Ford Motorsport, so I was able to drop it down about, I think it was about 1 3/4 in the front and 1 inch in the back is about the ride height on it. And then as far as the wheels and tires, those are ROH Sniper wheels, which you will not find those wheels anyway. The ROH was actually an Australian company that was around for several years, and they made a lot of like racing wheels for SCCA, like road course and stuff like that. So they've been on the car for quite a while. They're 17" by 9 in the front and 17 by 10 in the back. As far as the exterior, I painted the car myself. It is called a deep amethyst pearl, and I painted it in a single stage urethane paint. It's not a clear coat in this car, it's single stage, which, yeah, I'm old school. I did it single stage, whatever, but I think if I ever paint the car again, I will do a two-stage base coat, clear coat on it, because getting cosmetic scratches and everything out in a single stage is just non-existent. It really sucks. But I've had a lot of guys come up to this car and think it is a clear coat two-stage paint job on it. I've been painting cars all my life, so it's just, it is what it is. As far as the exhaust, Flowmaster. I have BBK long tube headers with Flowmaster off-road H-pipe, and Flowmaster's all the way out, 3" all the way out the back. And it sounds good. It's that, you know, that old school kind of FoxBody sound, because I don't care, man. If you got a FoxBody, you gotta run Flowmasters on it. Let's see what we got here. Let's do a little, let's get a few little video clips and some sound clips since we're talking about the exhaust, just to satisfy you guys a little bit. Second gear. So nice. All right, yeah, this looks like a pretty good spot. So let's just chill here for a minute.